Not your average tabletop. Woohoo!
Welcome to Not Your Average Tabletop. I'm Zach.
And I'm Pepper.
And today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be doing a dueling unboxing.
So I'll be unboxing this game, Maglev Metro.
And I will be unboxing Cuzco, which these games, you kind of wanted to get this one. And I kind of wanted to get that one. So I'm not exactly sure what to expect out of Cuzco, but it does look interesting and exciting.
I'm going to enjoy the look on your face as you see these awesome components.
Well, I hope so. So yeah, we'll get to unboxing then.
Got some nice, I don't know how Mac does this, but I see this has got some plastic wrap on the outside. That's real interesting. Something different.
Right.
For once.
Yeah, I know she's got her trusty little box cutter thing. Cut through some of this stuff. She probably knows how to flip these off a lot easier than I do at this point.
It's a pretty matte finish on this box.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them, I would
they
say.
Both are.
Not a lot of shine or anything like so.
Yeah. But still,
Set this to the side.
I like the artwork on both of these.
And that's not standing up. Oh well.
Just put those aside for now. Ooh, we got a rule book, and I know Michaela always likes to look at these rule books and see how many pages there are. And this one's got 8 pages, so it's not too bad. But it's a lot of small writing.
You got 16 pages. So possibly the more complicated game.
Yeah.
A more boring game as well, I'm guessing.
I'm not sure from just looking at it, but it looks like it has some good examples in here, which is always. I think that's one of the top things I like in a rule book is if it shows good examples.
It's got a good layout too, and color coordinated.
It kind of looks like I hope the game ends up looking. It's kind of got the borders that are nice, but we will see.
This box is not very organized. Everything's just kind of thrown in there in bags. No insert or anything.
This one looks like all the other ones where you've got a bunch of cardboard.
I don't think there's a single. There might not be a single cardboard
punch out
in here. Let's see. We'll see.
Well, we got some here. These look like player references, maybe, which are cardboard, which I think I always like just slightly better than the. Usually they're sometimes thinner paper ones. So
yeah.
If that's what this is, I really like that in a game. As long as it's clear. There's not actually any writing on these, so hopefully the symbology is clear enough. But it looks like they pop right out as well.
Got some little, very tiny wooden meeples. They remind me kind of like the bits in Circadians that are
They're pretty
almost
small.
almost too small to handle, and I hope you don't have to set these upright on the board because that's going to be hard to do.
You may have to.
You have 4 different colors here. It looks like these silver and golden ones that we were hoping from the pictures would be metal. It looks like they're just wooden with a
metal look
chrome paint on it.
Which is still cool.
Yeah,
I like the colors in that one.
Yeah, I do. Kind of like a light pink, lavender, bronze, gold, silver.
A little different than most games.
Yeah.
I've got some boards here, some punch-out boards with a bunch of what do you call it? Like the hexagonal, triangle. It's got all different shapes, I guess. Here, you got the double ones, the single ones, and the triple hexagons, and they all kind of look the same. But I'm guessing it's just how you stack pieces up throughout the game, which I do like the artwork on them. It looks like the same artwork for each one, so I don't think that they're different, but I do think it looks well for what I assume is probably forest and then also village faces.
Maybe.
Comes across as that.
Could you pop one of those out, please? I've got something to compare it to. Here, in my hand.
This is pretty thick here.
You think that's thick? Look at this. I don't know what's going on here. It looks like 2 tiles.
It might be one of the biggest thing I've ever seen.
That is...
This is already pretty thick.
I know.
And that's twice.
That's good quality. This is...
very solid.
Over twice as thick.
The 2 of them?
It's just over 2. So I'm not sure.
And those are already pretty thick.
But there's a bunch of single tiles as well here. I don't know if these are like the stations that the players control, possibly.
Like that's what it would be.
But yeah, these are pretty fun to handle, very thick. Yeah, hopefully that adds to the experience.
Yeah, it looks like we've got about 5 or 6 of these boards, and these last ones finally have some water on them as well, so it looks like another land type to add to it, so it'll be interesting to see this. Ooh boy, now we're getting to the board, which has a lot of those same colors, and I do like this color look, and I always loved this color of blue. Something about when you have that water, that color, like a, I don't know what you'd even call it.
Blue.
The bluest, the pure blue. But yeah, it is a hexagon, right? It's got hexagon shapes all over the board, so it looks like you'll be placing these tiles as you go around, I would assume, and probably can stack them so that it's almost as thick as that one, probably. But no, it looks like this. I do like the look of this board. I'd maybe like it if the outside had a little bit more to it. The pieces that aren't the yellow hexagons. Yeah. It looks like it's kind of plain, but I still do like it. It looks a little strange at the cutoff points, but otherwise I think I like what it has here. I don't know about this. Okay, I guess we do have numbers here, but then we got symbols on the scoreboard around. I always like the scoreboards that go around the map, or around the board itself, and it's a 0 to 100, which is always nice too. There are a couple boards I've seen that have like a weird number that it ends at
75,
and then at the end of the game when you're like, oh, how many points did we get? Then it's like, well, you got to add this random 60 number plus that.
Yeah,
and it's just a little bit more difficult. But overall, I like what this is doing. These symbols, I'm sure, have something to do with maybe I don't know if there's some culture to this game or some sort. It looks like this might be sort of some of these symbols that are before and after the Cuzco.
Yeah.
But no. And it's a pretty big board.
Yes, very big. Over here we got some bags, plastic bags, and some...
How does Michaela make this so easy?
Gosh! We got some translucent see-through tiles with, it looks like different rails on them, just straight lines.
Oh boy. Broken.
Hopefully they aren't scratched.
Well, I do like these. This is what I was all excited about.
Don't know. I guess. I mean, these are just very unique components with these little meeples, these huge, thick cardboard tiles, and these thin, clear plastic tiles. I'm not sure how that's going to mesh together. And this looks to be a gigantic metal coin first player marker.
With an M on it for metal.
But yeah, that's cool. Like, all of these components individually, I would say, are great, but
do they mix well?
Do they mix well? I don't know.
We've got some cubes over here. 4 different player colors, it looks like. These are just normal cubes. I'm guessing those are probably score markers. So I don't really usually expect anything more. What do you like better? Do you like cubes or discs if you're for a score marker?
I think I like... Okay, I like both. Probably cubes, just because I see it more often.
Interesting.
Got some cards.
And we got some baggies over here too. A lot of baggies.
Some cards over here, which are, I think, is that regulation size, normal size? It looks a little more square. It's rounded edges, but it still seems a little sharp.
Rectangular.
Probably not supposed to shuffle these together, but they shuffle well. They're no special finish on them, but I think they're pretty thick, pretty good quality. Look like they have maybe the meeples that you get. Maybe you draft what you're gonna be able to use each round, possibly.
Look like a player, maybe.
Yeah, maybe player aids. Maybe I shouldn't have shuffled these together.
Yeah, we got some cards over here as well. They're not regulation size. They're smaller, which funny. I know Michaela doesn't like smaller cards, and I am not the biggest fan of smaller cards either. I'm guessing these have to be shuffled together, it looks like, because there's some different color combinations here of some, well, maybe not red, and then we got blue, green, red. So yeah, I guess it looks like some color combinations. Card quality is good. I mean, It's very typical of the smaller cards. It's not like they're overly thick or thin. They're not thin though, which is always nice. I really don't like it when it's small cards and they're thin, because then I feel like they bend really easily. Yeah. So I usually like bigger cards, but I'm not sure how they're using this game, so maybe smaller cards will be fine.
We have a little notice here, which says, important, there is no film on the transparent track tiles. So maybe it wasn't the best idea to throw them on the floor.
Probably why you're peeling off the stickers.
But yeah, there's that. We got a scoring pad, I assume this is. Never seen one of these where it wasn't the score pad. Yeah, pretty usual.
Pretty
got some thin but still dual layer player boards where it looks like what do we got? We got all 4 player colors in here, and you can place those little meeples in there. Let's see how they fit. They hold up.
They fit.
Fit pretty good.
Oh, and they stay in there pretty good too.
Hold it pretty much vertically.
So, I dare you to put all those in there and then hold it vertically. Okay, so then it does fall.
That's quite a while. But yeah, those are. I always like dual layer player boards. These are a little warped, a little warped, a little bent.
That does happen usually with that double layer.
But oh well.
Yeah, at least it's not. Sometimes, well, I shouldn't say sometimes. I know there's some things where it can be worse if it's dual layered and warped, because depending on where you're putting this stuff, it could interfere with things. I guess I'm more thinking of the puzzle boards, which aren't double layered.
Speaking of puzzle boards.
Oh no, are these warped?
These are puzzle boards.
I always get worried with the puzzle boards.
They are so thick it would be impossible to warp them. These are the same thickness as these, I believe. Nope, these are still thicker, but it is double layered, and you put those tiles in there, and they fit perfectly, it looks, and that was very satisfying. You plop one of those in there.
Ooh, that is nice. They hold in there pretty well.
They do not budge.
Do they go in these ones as well? Nice. I'm guessing then that's where these tiles would go.
These are double. This is a double-sided board as well.
Interesting.
It's got 4 pieces, so yeah, it's gonna probably be maybe a little smaller than that board, but almost the same size, I would say.
Yeah, it's actually a little smaller.
I feel like the artwork's been pretty consistent with the rule book and the tiles. Kind of a dark purplish black look to it. Yeah, looks cool.
Yeah, and in here I've got I don't know what these are. These look like a piece of chalk that you've used a very long time, and you're like, I gotta get the last bit of life out of this golden chalk. I don't know what these are, or else it looks like maybe a tree stump that you chopped down. These are a little strange. They're definitely something I've never seen before. I've never seen this component before, so I don't know what this represents, but I'll be interested to find out. But no, if I had to guess what it was, I would guess used chalk.
Used chalk. That is fitting with the rest of the game.
Ooh, then we got, look at these. We got the different meeples here. And got the 4 player colors. They're very interesting looking.
So they got some sort of headdress.
Yeah, they've got a headdress. It's a, I don't even know. I'm not sure what country. I don't even want to take a guess at what country it would be. That's why we need
Michaela to do these.
I know, she seems to know these types of things. Yeah, they're definitely unique. They're different than these are also small. They're
either headdress
the exact same size.
Oh, they are. It just looks like he's got a little.
Right, it looks like almost the exact thing. Only his legs are spread and he's got a headdress on, and this guy's got nothing on.
It's either a headdress or his head exploded.
Right.
One of those, but I'm guessing it's headdress.
I do like the uniqueness, the way they look, and with that headdress, it does feel bigger than like this for sure. So it's easier to kind of move around.
Yeah, for sure.
But they're also not. They're not a huge. Is that a typical meeple size? I'm trying to think.
I think that's probably
it's a little smaller than a meeple, though, I think. Maybe smaller. Maybe. But yeah, I like how they look. I guess I don't know how they could have done them all slightly different. I kind of wish that all of these weren't the same exact look.
Oh, yeah. Like maybe one's
slightly
holding like a
different.
spear or something.
Right, yeah. I wish they were a little different looking from one another, but I still like the way they look.
Next up, the last things we got in this box are a bag, which
Ooh, baggy.
I think you might put some of the tiles in possibly, or the meeples possibly, because it looks like those aren't really corresponding to a player color. It's not embroidered or anything, no Maglev Metro on there.
Dang it.
But it's a pretty good bag. It doesn't snag on my hand or anything. You can
Does it have rounded corners?
Possibly.
Or is it just a rounded bottom?
It might
Does it
just be
have
a
one
rounded.
single bottom?
Yeah, I think it's just a rounded bottom.
Interesting. I wonder how that'll work compared to like the bags in Quacks of Quedlinburg.
Yeah.
I know sometimes those, even with the chip one upgrades that we have, sometimes they can still get stuck in those corners, which is always a little bit of a pain. So if it is the meeples, I could see that same type of thing possibly, but it'll be interesting to see how that works in that bag.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Okay, I think I think we're down to like the best components of these games.
This box has got a little bit of an insert in it. I'm not sure how useful it'll be. It's kind of one of those that it's like...
It's like maybe if those were square tiles that would work, putting those tiles back there, but I don't see those fitting.
Yeah, this is like one of those where we'll see how it fits back into the box, and then possibly we might just yank it out. Possibly. I don't know. We'll see.
These look like your little subway, what is it called? The magnetic levitation rail, where each player has a color. It's metal with some plastic on it, and it looks like you can put the meeples right in there and get them to their destination. But yeah,
that is what hooked me on the game. I'm not even 100% sure that I'll like the game, but something about just the look of the game.
Four of them fit right in there, snug.
Nice.
Ooh, that's satisfying.
Nice.
Shake it pretty good. They stay in there.
Probably a little small, which probably makes it a little hard to get them in there. But
yeah,
at least it's only 4, and it's not like you're trying to get 6 or something in there, because then it starts to just be more of a pain.
Yeah. Remind me of the boats in Explorers.
Oh yeah,
North Sea. It's a very similar thing. Except this is not really Viking themed or anything. It's very modern and sleek.
I like the look of it.
Metal and really cool. Really cool components. This will add maybe a whole point to the it factor.
Ooh. And this might also add a point to the it factor. So in this one we've got like pieces of, I don't know what you'd call it, like clay. It's like almost a stone feel. It's got definitely some weight to it, some heft. And they're all slightly different sizes. I think and they got numbers on them from, I think it's the even numbers, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, I believe. Something like that. But yeah, these are really nice. I assume these go on the board and you build up. Let me just drop them on the ground.
More components.
But no, I assume you put them on the board and just build up these nice looking little temple type things.
Since I know a little bit more about the game, these are supposed to go on top of there, I believe.
Interesting.
But maybe
I don't know.
That could be wrong.
I'm not really sold on that.
I'm not sure.
I already like this. I don't know. Adding that almost, now it actually just subtracts from it for me. I really like how this looks alone without that. I mean, that's definitely fine. I guess I don't. I'll have to see thematically what it's supposed to be, and maybe I'll change my mind. But no, I think this will look really nice. I'm trying to think of how. Do I like how that blends with the bright colors of like yellow, blue, and green?
Well, no, I think it kind of fits with the...
Does it always go on the green spots?
I'm not sure. I think it might, yeah.
Okay. And it probably does. And I think a lot of these hexagon type games where you kind of lay out a map and add things to it, I think this definitely fits with that, and I really like the look of it. I'm just wondering if it mixes with that. I'm just still not 100% sure, but no, I really like how this looks. I don't know what I like better. These
little trains.
Little metal trains or that. We'll have to let you guys decide what's better here in the comments below. Metal trains or big temple-like things. We'll even add the little golden used chalk to the top to see what is better if it doesn't fall off here. But overall, what are you thinking of the games? Which one has you more excited from kind of what we've looked at here?
Well, going into it, I had been a bigger fan of Cuzco, and I definitely am excited seeing those components. I think like these got you interested in this game. Mm-hmm. These definitely got me interested in that game.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
But yeah, this definitely, it's earned my respect. And I am
the thickest tiles he's ever seen.
Nearly as thick as my arm. But yeah, this has definitely got me interested in this game. A lot more than I thought I would be.
Well, that's good to hear. Now maybe I can get him to play it right away, possibly, if we can read that 16-page rulebook. But no, I agree. I mean, I wasn't not. I definitely wanted to play this one more from the onset, but I wasn't against playing this one. I just wasn't sure. But I think seeing all this looks like stuff that I typically like in games. It looks like you'll have some tile placement and having to kind of. It looks like you'll have to do some planning ahead of time to maybe how you place them. Not entirely sure. And I think these will definitely top it off, along with the used chalk. But no, and then I like the meeples as well. But it seems like it should be a relatively simple to learn game. I don't know that the game itself will be simple. I
think that's going to be another one similar to like Torres, where it's somewhat of an abstract strategy and how you're controlling areas and things like that, which I don't know if you're the biggest fan of.
Yeah, usually the biggest fan, but no, this one definitely looks. It has. I'm more excited to play it now that I was the one that unboxed it. I will say that for sure.
So that had 7 cardboard pop-out sheets, and this had 0. But if they had whole sheets in here stacked with cardboard this thick, this box would have had to be about a foot taller.
Yeah, how thick this is. That already gets out. I can see why they didn't have them punched out, because yeah, that would have definitely been thick. It's really. I don't know if I've seen that before. Just the double, and these aren't even like it would make more sense if they were like double layered and had like some inset thing in them. It's just weird that
it's like, did we print
we'll see
twice as many tiles as we needed? Glue them together.
But, no, I'm excited to definitely play both of these games. If you've played either of these, let us know in the comments below. Let us know if you liked them, if you didn't like them so much. If
who unboxed better?
Yeah, who unboxed better? Which game are you more excited about after this unboxing? And we will have to play that one first if we haven't already played both of them, which we probably will. Usually it seems like our unboxing videos go out a little after we've played it probably a few times. But no, I'm really excited, and we will talk to you next time.
Keep on nibbling.